What's up, everyone? Tara Roberts here with 444, and we are talking wide receiver trade targets for week 3. But before we get started, remember to like this video and subscribe. And if you want more fantasy insights and tips, head over to 444.com/plans and sign up for a subscription today. And exclusive for our YouTube audience, use promo code YouTube at checkout to save 25%. Now let's go ahead and dive right in with our first wide receiver. This one seems like a pipe dream, but there are fantasy managers and analysts that believe A.J. Brown isn't actually the wide receiver 1 on the Eagles offense anymore. And there's some interesting validity to that. Brown is wide receiver 36 through 2 weeks, and Devonta Smith is wide receiver 7 before the Monday night games. That is a massive difference. The difference is touchdowns and yardage. Smith has 2 touchdowns compared to none for Brown. Brown has a total of 108 yards compared to 178 for Smith. But Brown's 11 receptions on 16 targets, and Smith has 11 receptions on 15 targets. It's very comparable. This seems less like Smith is taking over as the alpha and more like the circumstances of the game just had Smith seeing the more productive targets. But if anyone is panicking that Brown has fallen out of alpha territory, swoop in and grab him. But do it quick, because given the relationship between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and the heated discussion that they had on the sidelines last week, this week profiles as a game where they force feed Brown to make up for it, so any buy window is probably very short here. The next wide receiver is Chris Godwin. Mike Evans is off to an insane start as the wide receiver 4 overall as of the filming of this video. Godwin is checking in at an ugly wide receiver 43. Baker Mayfield is performing as a high-end QB2, and while it is very clear that this is early and it is possible that Baker Mayfield falls off, he could actually continue to have success. And given the recent success that his offensive coordinator Dave Canales had with Geno Smith last year, this could actually stick. That said, things are probably going to even out a little bit. I'm not saying that Evans won't be the alpha in this offense throughout the entire season, but the last time that he performed at a top 5 level was in 2016. Godwin's worst finish outside of his rookie season, of course, was wide receiver 31. So the odds are that both of them kind of migrate more towards their typical output. Higher upside is on the way for Godwin. If you can buy him low, you can grab yourself a fine wide receiver 2 at a discounted price. And next up is Ja'Marr Chase. With the news around the calf injury for Joe Burrow and 2 sub-10 fantasy point performances, fantasy managers are growing frustrated with the receiver that they likely drafted with a top 3 pick. Burrow's injury might not seem like a big issue, but it is concerning that even after multiple weeks during the preseason to heal, he's still dealing with issues. It makes you wonder if he needs a multi-week absence to truly give his calf time to rest. And if that happens, the Bengals are looking at Jake Browning as their starting quarterback, an undrafted veteran that's first pass attempt was actually this week. His first live regular season action pass attempt was this week. So quite frankly, a buy low trade offer for Chase could work. Now be fully aware that when I say buy low, I mean like slightly lower, because you're not offering like Terry McLaurin and getting Ja'Marr Chase. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to flip top talent for him. But the end goal here is to get the guy who has true wide receiver 1 overall upside when Burrow is healthy. The next player is Zay Flowers. This isn't a buy low because hype around Zay Flowers is real. It's an invest while you can on Zay Flowers, because I truly believe that Flowers is in line for a phenomenal season. Truly, this offense is Mark Andrews and then Zay Flowers, and that's not a bad position to be in. We saw Hollywood Brown thrive in portions of the season when he was a Raven. He had multiple 6 to 8 week stretches where he was a top 10 receiver. He just failed to sustain it. But if Flowers can get the Hollywood Brown treatment, I believe that Flowers can sustain the production throughout the entire season. And better days are ahead for Flowers in the very, very near future with good matchups down the road. And if you want to acquire him, you literally got to do it right now. This is it right here. The Ravens face Indianapolis in week 3. That is one of the best possible matchups based off early season data. Let's talk about another buy high player in Jordan Addison. While all eyes are on Puka Nacua, you could sneak in and grab Jordan Addison. Some fantasy managers might feel like Addison's production is unsustainable. His performances have been boosted by touchdowns in each game. The targets have been just 6 in week 1 and 5 in week 2. Yardage has been moderate, and the prospect of being wide receiver 1 in this offense doesn't exist with Justin Jefferson. Plus, he has to compete with TJ Hawkinson as well, and KJ Osborne has been steadily involved early on. But the fact that Jordan Addison has earned this level of production early on as a rookie is a fantastic sign. And Kirk Cousins is the overall QB1 through 2 games. Crazy, but true. Minnesota did nothing to improve their defense, and they will likely continue to absolutely be lit up by opposing offenses. Minnesota's run game has been incredibly disappointing, right? This team will have to continue to push high volume through the air throughout the entire season, and there could genuinely be enough volume here to have Justin Jefferson as the overall wide receiver 1, TJ Hawkinson as the overall tight end 2, and Jordan Addison as a top 20 receiver. It might feel unrealistic, but that's how bad Minnesota's defense is. By Jordan Addison. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like the video and comment below. And if you want more fantasy insights and tips, head over to 444.com/plans and sign up for a subscription today. And exclusively for our YouTube audience, use promo code YouTube at checkout to save 25%.